Preparing for a CIMA case study is challenging. Whether you're studying operational, management, or strategic level, each one has its own focus. Nonetheless, the core skills remain the same. That's excellent exam technique, structured answers, and application of the content. So, in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take those key points and we're going to have a look at each one in order to give you the most effective way of preparing for a CIMA case study exam to pass first time. So, without any further delay, let's get into the first lesson, which is to apply content rather than just learn it. The biggest mistake that students make is thinking that CIMA case studies are about the amount of knowledge you retain. The reality is that the highest scoring students are not focused on purely learning what is in the textbook. They're actually focused on how to apply that knowledge to real-world business scenarios. For example, I'm sure many of you have come across frameworks like Pastel and Porter's 5 Forces. Pastel you would use to analyze risks and opportunities, and Porter's 5 Forces you might use to analyze market dynamics. Think about how the theory fits the company you're analyzing. So what would a manager actually care about in this situation? How would the decision you're making affect operations, finance, or people, for example? Moving on now to tip number 2, which is to focus on your structure and clarity in your answers. Markers want to see a clear, logical to follow answer. And a key part of this is going to be using simple to the point headings. So if you're writing a section on risks, the title should just be risks. Perhaps if you're doing a section on your recommendations and drawing some conclusions, then your title should again be recommendations and perhaps conclusions if you so deem that necessary. Stick to very short paragraphs of around 3 to 4 lines. Use one point in a paragraph. And avoid over-explaining. We don't want this to sound academic. We want to make sure the information that is required is presented as concisely and explained as clearly as possible. You'll get marks for staying relevant and drawing those commercially aware conclusions. Preparation point number 3 is going to be what we consider the most important at Astranti, and that is to practice using timed mocks. Practicing under those timed conditions, really emulating the exam that you're going to sit, is going to help you with a number of things. Namely, building that exam stamina that is crucial for you getting through as many answers as you can on your way to the end. Managing your time under pressure, which really complements that previous point that we made. And then finally, it helps you notice where you may be under or over explaining answers, and therefore you can make those time gains, and you can also go into a bit more detail where you're under explaining and leave out a bit more where you're over explaining. You should aim to complete 2 full mocks timed before your exam. And after that, make sure you're being really honest when you go through them in your answer checking. Did you fully answer the question? Was your recommendation relevant? And did you apply any theory or models that are going to inform your practical recommendations? At Astranti, we actually write a lot of our own mocks, so if you're currently preparing for a case study exam, it's definitely worth following the link in the description to our website to see what offering we provide for our timed mocks, which also include professional marking and feedback, so you can really dial in on those perfect answers on your way to the case study exam. One of the most common reasons that students fail are writing these exams in isolation, and therefore the feedback is either biased from your own desire to do well, or it's insufficient and you're not actually picking up on those key exam technique areas that are going to make you enabled to pass during your first time. It's the process of practicing, reviewing, and then refining that is going to catapult you to case study success. So make sure you're getting as much feedback as you can for those mock exams. So whether you're taking the operational management or strategic case study level, your success is going to be dependent on, firstly, your preparation, secondly, your structure, and thirdly, the quality of your feedback and your ability to implement it. Remember, if you want to have a look at our offering, follow the link in the description. Otherwise, we hope these few tips have been really helpful for you moving forward into your case study exams. And if they have, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. There's lots more case study content on our channel already for you to check out and also coming in the future. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.